Jack's Pizzeria.
This year we're celebrating 35 years in business.
Did you know we've come up with 6 all-new value combos?
Emergency alert system. Civil authorities have issued a shelter-in-place warning for the following areas: Houston County, Texas and nearby counties. A truck crash involving highly hazardous materials has occurred near Interstate 84 at mile marker 212. Dangerous chemical vapors may be present.
We're following a breaking news alert now. Crews are cleaning up hazardous materials after a semi overturned in Houston County. Laura Schweizer is at the WKRN.com alert desk with the details.
That's right. Crews currently working to clear up that hazardous material after the tanker truck overturned. I want to show you these images. It all happened on Highway 149 in Houston County. Authorities are still on the scene working to clear the area. The sheriff's office says the highway is closed right now between Clay Tomlinson Road and Kaiser Ridge Road because of that overturned tanker. You can see it.
This is an emergency alert system message. Stay tuned to news channels. Authorities have issued a biological hazard warning at approximately 1:49 a.m. local time. A truck transporting laboratory materials was involved in a major accident. The vehicle was carrying a highly contagious experimental virus from a research facility. The crash occurred near Houston County, and may have resulted in release of biological hazard. Emergency response teams, including hazardous materials units, are currently on scene and assessing the situation and helping anyone in need. Evacuation orders will be given soon. Residents in the affected area are advised to remain indoors, close all windows and ventilation systems, and avoid unnecessary travel until further notice. Wear a face mask and do not go outside until noticed for mandatory evacuation. Do not approach the crash site, since it has been deemed extremely dangerous. Stay tuned for more information as it becomes available.
This is the Centers for Disease Control Emergency Operations Desk. Am I speaking with Mayor John Whitmire of Houston?
Yes, Dr. Emmon. The scene is secure. The responders are on site. Nothing unusual has been reported. It's just some kind of normal, non-harmful virus. Used for plants and isn't bad to anyone. No need for backup.
Mayor, our sensors are showing abnormal airborne particles in the area. Were the containers compromised in any way? Also, there has been a spike of unknown pathogen cases in nearby hospitals, and we don't know if that's COVID or not.
Well, I don't believe so. Maybe minor scratches on the containers, but no leaks that we can confirm. Also, yes, first responders had standard protective gear was used. Yes. But again, nothing out of the ordinary. No one has reported symptoms.
Mayor, there are reports of 2 paramedics feeling dizzy. Were they checked at a hospital? We need a clear yes or no. Has there been any confirmed exposure to hazardous materials?
I'd like to assess the situation a little longer. Give us a few hours to verify. Internally, we need to be careful here. Also, I understand, doctor, but public panic would be worse than the risk if we move too fast. Dizziness in the workers, probably stress or heat exhaustion. They're fine, nothing to worrying about. And nothing confirmed, yet. I'm saying nothing confirmed. That's all I can give you right now.
Mayor John, suppression of information is dangerous. Are your teams reporting everything accurately? A delay could have serious consequences. We need authorization within the next hour. Will you commit?
Everything is being reported internally. I'm not hiding anything. Everything is under control, no need for any Backup, the first responders are doing their job better than anyone else. Bye.
Department of Health now reporting 90 cases in West Texas alone. That's 32 more cases since Tuesday. 16 patients had to be hospitalized. Nearly all of those infected children. And in almost every case, the patient was unvaccinated.
Emergency alert, civil danger. Western Texas and Houston area have unknown pathogen cases. Reported virus mutating is rapidly and showing more aggressive behavior. Follow local health authorities and CDC guidelines. This is a civil danger message. Stay alert and follow official instructions. Local authorities and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are actively monitoring the situation. Residents must follow official instructions, including wearing protective masks, practicing social distancing, and staying home whenever possible. Repeat, this is a civil danger message. This is not a drill. The situation is evolving rapidly. Updates will be provided through local media outlets, official social media channels, and emergency alert broadcasts. Do not ignore this message. Failure to follow official guidance could result in serious illness or death. Again, this is a civil danger message for Western Texas and Houston area residents. Stay alert. Follow all public health directives.
Cities across the country are now overwhelmed. The National Guard is active in at least 23 states. And in a call with the governors this morning, the president demanded state officials, quote, dominate violent protesters.
When the numbers start to increase, it's going to be harder to kind of put the clamps on it and to slow down the spread because of the clustered nature of these protests and how close people were as they potentially infected one another.
And you know, one of the challenges throughout this whole pandemic, as I'm sure you've chronicled, is that it's difficult to get sort of a hard and fast rule from officials. Do this, don't do this. Whether you listen to the CDC or your local health department or some.
This an emergency alert system. Please listen as your life may depend on the following information. Millions of people have been infected by an unknown now named FIG-k29 virus, released by a contaminated crash site of a truck carrying an experimental drug for research. Due to this, all broadcast of normal conditions will be suspended, until further notice. Only news and EAS will be displayed. Please call 911 if infected. We have announced that all violence against infected individuals will not be tolerated. This is because they are human too, and we at CDC do not tolerate guns. And weapons and guns will not be allowed on any of our planes, buses or evacuation sites. Please make sure you wash your hands and wear a mask properly. Thank you for your time.
Emergency alert system has been activated. The infection has reached peak levels we couldn't imagine. We had to pull out of many quarantine zones for the safety of America to develop a cure. Please remain calm and follow the rules. CDC will
that this report will ever be transmitted. Communication is at best limited. The city, it seems, is being overrun with man-eating creatures, and
They're coming!
run!
This is an emergency alert broadcast issued by the United States Federal Emergency Management Agency. A shelter in place is in effect for the continental United States. Regional and international flights have been canceled. Any type of travel at this time is strictly prohibited.
This is an emergency alert from the military. It is mandatory that you must listen to this alert as it's important for your safety and well-being. The CDC has been humiliated in dozens of cities, with many people dying due to their unprofessional actions and guidelines. From now on, killing infected is your priority. All ban on weapons has been halted indefinitely. Do not listen to any CDC agent who is asking you to give up your weapons. The military will be doing bombardments on major metropolitan areas and clearing them up with armored vehicles in coming weeks, and evacuate healthy survivors after this. A massive bombardment of all infected zones will happen.
If you are infected, please infect everyone else you can see. It is the only way to save yourself. The virus is a good way to life. You will be all happy.
We are currently experiencing some issues with the EAS system, and we will be back shortly. Thank you for your patience.
Emergency alert system from FEMA. Please stay alert, your life may depend on it. The United States military has put CDC out of power on all evacuation sites and camps. A major bombing mission will begin after 10 hours. FEMA shelters are open for those who are healthy and nearby. Anyone infected will be executed on site. Travel in groups and never alone. Do not accept other groups to help you. Areas that will be bombed and cleared by the military now are Houston, Dallas, Chicago, Los Angeles, Fort Worth and Tulsa.
This is an emergency broadcast. The military bombardment of the major metropolitan cities will begin shortly. Seek shelter now if you haven't yet. Make sure you have rations worth 14 days and a flashlight and a radio with batteries. The military will roll inside the cities with tanks to finish any infected that survived and evacuated. The vaccine that was made by WHO and Oink has been successful.